Welcome back, everyone, to another Company of Heroes 2 replay cast. This time we are going to have a glorious 3v3 on, of course, Across the Rhine. It's going to be sent in by Christoph. I do want to say sorry to Christoph because the last replay I wanted to cast from him, he's actually, it's the first time I guess I'm casting his replay. The first time he sent me a replay, I could not cast it because of problems with Company of Heroes 2. So it actually corrupted. But hey, now I'm amending my mistakes, making sure that my mistakes will be forgiven. He's playing as the Soviet Union, of course. His friends are going to be Ravkar playing as the Blitz, and Monsieur Patat as the USF. So actually a Frenchman playing the American. I'm not sure if he's a Frenchman or not. The enemies are going to be Chef Cook as the OKW, and he's going to fight it out with the Brits for the North, and the Americans as well, so he doesn't look to be in the best of positions. At least his allies are coming through in the center. He's got Gemeiner Wüstenbär, who is, of course, playing as Wehrmacht, and then S. Peter Sturmschaff. Sturmschaff being, of course, Wehrmacht as well. Actually, everyone's picking their doctrines already, so I'm going to have something to talk about in the early game. What a weird thing. Kübelwagen taking the north, so Chefkoch going for the Kübel and actually getting a truck out from the base, which is an interesting choice. In the south, it seems like we have Christoph sending his, sending his infantry out on a ride to capture the south, and because there's two Germans in the center, they kind of let that happen. And because there's two allies up north, I'm thinking that they can push for the field, and thus get a great advantage when it comes to field, because they have the north, they have the south, and they could get as well. So that would be pretty good. But we'll see. Oh, nasty grenade. That was actually completely unexpected from me as well. Well done by Musier, and he's able to completely wipe out a Volksgrenadier, so that's the end of that squad. Looks like, Musier Patat just spending a little bit of extra fuel on the MK2 Pineapple Grenade unlocked at 25 fuel, but it was well spent. He did get a wipe with that. Unfortunately, it seems like Vickers was stolen by Gemeiner Wüstenbär, sorry, and he's, of course, gonna just steal that weapon for himself, so a bit of back and forth, you give and you take when it comes to Company of Heroes 2 sometimes, and it seems like the allies and the Axis are both taking damage and taking losses on their opposite numbers. So that's okay for them. We have that Christoph is trying to push up with his Maxim and infantry, but he's going to run into some problems with the 1742. Of course, the Maxim will get the bunker. Bunker is also going to upgrade MG42 so that the Germans can protect this fuel cache. So Sturmschaff is really focusing on the defensive side of things. He has two connections, and then he's trying to get himself some defenses for fuel caches. So he's going to be playing very passively. Very passively. Christoph's MG is getting absolutely wiped out, but he might just get away. Yes, he will. So at least he will not gift that to his opponents. Good. Meantime, in the center we have the British trying to move in. They do manage to defeat that MG42, and Kübelwagen nicely able to cut off the Allied territory in the center, so pulling a bit of a hearts of iron there. Now he's over trying to move in, and decides to walk into the line of sight of Jim over here, manning the 5th caliber and looking pretty bored of himself, even though he has just murdered 2 human beings. Must be one of those serial killers everyone keeps talking about. So Gemeiner Wüstenbär is not really feeling that great right now. He has exchanged his MG42 for a Vickers. To be fair, the Vickers in some ways is better. For example, at Vet 2 you get those armor-piercing rounds, and you get those for free. They're not as good as the MG42 armor-piercing round, but for the MG42 ones, you have to pay, and more importantly, you also have to turn them off. Which means that the guys have to reload the gun, put in the new box of ammunition, all that, so it takes away from their firing. Instead, the Vickers just always uses those armor-piercing ammunitions from Vet 2 onwards, so that would be good in kind of a long-drawn game, such as this one. Looks like, let's check out the doctrines and attacking. We have the Chef Cook went for a battle group right, on the hill over here just to get some extra bit of map presence to his buddies. He's got some problems with his units because he's lost a Q Wagon and a Volksgrenadier, so he's low on units, not that great. And he's gone for Luftwaffe Grad forces, so he might want to save the manpower for Fallschirmjägers. Although if I were him, I'd try to get some units out in the field very quickly, like Volksgrenadiers. We need Volksgrenadiers, because he needs to cap points. That's 150. Absolutely. Needs to make sure that he is providing to his team. Gemeiner Wüstenberg has Jaeger Armor Doctrine selected, which is not the worst idea ever with the elephant on a map like this. And he has Tier 2 already, putting out some half-draft action, so that's pretty okay. I wonder if he's going to upgrade the flames or go for the reinforcement half-track strategy. We'll see. His mortar is trying to, I think, drive the MP, but no. He's firing on the MP sector, but he's gonna lose the mortar if he's not careful. Okay, at least he manages to retreat. Meantime, we have Sturmschaft. He has gone for a mortar half-rep, of course, from Spearhead Doctrine, and Tier 2 without Tier 1, so... right, because he was the guy that was spamming the Gs and getting fuel caches. He's got 2 already for his team, so that is putting the Axis into a better position than they would be without those. You know, even though they have those fuel caches, they are still half, essentially, of the income of the Allies, but that's because the Allies control both of these fuel points. Monsieur Patat has gone for Tier 2 for the Lieutenant Tech, so that's pretty good for him. He can get that Lieutenant Tech to good use, namely just getting out an AA half-track at this point. Might not be a bad idea, but it might be a little bit too late. I wonder what he wants to do. I think an AA half-track would be very, very good, but at this point it might be too late, so I guess he's going to get some MPs and defend his north. He's also trying to build a fighting position, but no, here comes the Flames. Flames being evil and really roasting through those re-echelon and fighting position will die, and also the Vickers machine gun not having the best of days. They're not going out for a barbecue on this very day. They will try to escape. So that gives the Germans back this northern field point. That's good. That's good. Still though, Monsieur Patat, infantry company. So that means priest howitzers. Not a bad selection. You are going to need artillery. Oh boy. He's run away. No, he takes a damaged engine. Will the rifleman try to chase him down and kill him? He will be doing that even though he had the BER. He's got the BER on this squad of riflemen, so it would be relatively easy for him to chase him down and kill him. Here comes a smoke.
Fire support! Let's get her going! Contact! Half-track!
I feel like that's not the best idea.
Your anti-tank gun has arrived.
Oh well, Pack 40 on the field for Gemeiner Wüstenberg. That's okay for him. I think the anti-tank, we're 8 minutes in, so people are going to start to get out vehicles. Speaking of getting out things, Bofors for Ravkar, and he has gone for the mobile assault. Most defeated doctrine ever, so yeah, we'll see how many land mattresses he manages to gift to the Axis today, because usually that's what happens when people send me replays where there's land mattresses. And then we have shock troops, so that must be either shock motor heavy tactics, so that's IS-1 always pretty good. Comes a Molotov on the MG. Yep. Well, I mean, there's many MGs over here. There's 2 bunkers and 2 MGs, so actually 3 bunkers and 2 MGs. So this is a bit of a fortified position, a bit of a siege-free line where the Germans definitely not going to allow any allies across. They will not pass, they said. We'll see, we'll see. They are definitely putting some damage on these defensive positions. Of course, both mortars, the Molotov cocktail, and the Bofors barrage putting in work on these. He is taking 5 from this probably AG support gun, so he might want to brace up right now that he has killed bunker. But yeah, we'll see. Shevkov is getting out some Fallschirmjägers, which is definitely pretty good. He has gone for a not just the support gun, but also a Kennefer. Here comes, of course, the Flamehammer, just pushing back these allied troops. pretty well actually, almost wiping out a couple of squads. That was not nearly enough. Its only mine has been placed this entire game, so he's kind of unlucky, but he does manage to get the kill on the Victor's machine gun. Honestly, that was just bad on Ravkar's part. He knew that his opponents had a flame half-track, so why would you put your infantry in buildings when you know there's a flame half-track that can come in and ruin your day? Remember, these things are much more effective than throwing units in buildings than anything else. So, yeah, well, I'm sad. Let's speed it up. Tier 3, Food for Crystal. That is a good choice because it still has the south hinders control, so what he wants to do is really start to push into German held areas in the center and really put a lot of pressure here. And I think the best way to do that would be to get to tier 4 and get out of Katyusha. But we'll see if he wants to get into tier 3. No, he does not. So he is going for the tier 4. Because of the playstyle of the Germans, the Katyusha is really like clear choice. Although we'll see. Tier 4 76 may not be bad as well. Shot playing. Unfortunately, he was not didn't have the grenade, so he cannot take down that machine gun quickly and efficiently. And yeah, essentially the whole picture is that Germans are still trying to hold desperately to North Fuel and the center, at least putting in some pressure on the center VP and the North VP, whereas they've just kind of given up on the south, although these two Grenadier squads might change that by moving south to the VP and flanking around the Maxim here. We do have a plane coming in, that is the Luftwaffe ground forces. I wonder what he is doing. He does have a Schwer Panzer headquarters, as we can see, so we might see that the OKW will get out some heavy armor in the near future. Another thing that I'm noticing is that there's a couple of players really floating heavily, that being Gemeiner Wüstenberg, who has 1,000 manpower and 100 fuel, and then we have Monsieur Pat with 1,300 manpower and 240 fuel. Of course, he has gone for actually a steward, so he's got a captain as well. Being a slow sector, is he? Just trying to get everything out, and that might be a bad decision in the long term. Although, what that does, what that does give him is the option of getting out support guns, pack howitzers. So why the hell is he not spending some of his 1,400 manpower on an AT gun and 2 pack howitzers? I have no idea, because that would be so useful in what's really the meat and potatoes of this game right now, which is, well, just a couple of teams really going head over the center. It looks like Wolfwood defeated Navalcom mortar. Placement has been built to replace it, of course trying to deal with the support guns, but now that the support guns are, well, a problem, there's also the flame effect, which goes down, but not before inflicting quite a bit of damage on the commander. Bad. It might be an opportunity for the support gun and whatever mortars are here, 2 mortar half-tracks. Really put down the hurt on the 3-inch mortar placement and defeat it. It's almost dead. He does manage to brace, and he might survive, but oh, he's even going for a forward assembly here, which might not be the best idea ever. He's not the SimCity doctrine, so to be completely honest, I'm not sure why he's putting up the forward assembly so close to the front line. Because if he was, of course, advanced emplacements, SimCity, he would have the repair bots for the buildings, but he's already dead, and he didn't have those anyway. So yeah, this just kind of seems like a very, very aggressive and kind of worthless little purchase. Of course, we do have the Katyusha coming in. Katyusha, which has its rockets aimed straight down the center. Very good target, but sharpshooter's going down. First barrage, here comes the screaming Stalinsorgen. Looks like he aimed a little bit too far, and of course the Katyusha, if it's shooting at the maximum of its range, it will be very inaccurate, but it does manage to get 7 kills and quite a bit of veterans in the process, actually destroying the LAG support gun, which probably, considering where he targeted, was his main objective, so that was a well done barrage. Well done barrage, unfortunately did not get the wipes. 3 Panzer Grenadiers, so when you have 1,500 manpower, you know the solution, I guess. 3 Panzer Grenadier squads charging in the center, and actually doing quite a bit of damage to Brits, but these Panzer Grenadiers are expensive. So them getting absolutely trashed in this place is really not likely. So as you can see, Panzer Grenadier
enemy is taking our
still though,
territory.
there's a lot of Germany here that is able to defend the VE from enemy hands.
Where the hell is that bar?
Can't say the same thing for the North. I'm not sure why I said that like I'm a British person. I'm not a British person. North is pretty empty, and so it's being occupied by the Americans. Nice grenade on the MG42, so unfortunately that got wiped out. But actually, what the? The gun was over here, and yet it got teleported over here, so that's kind of derpy. The Germans are kind of lucky that the shock troops have a smoke to smoke up that heavy machine.
Su-85 tank destroyer ready.
Yes, Su-85 tank destroyer. So we can hear from Commissar Petrov over here that can get out the Su-85. Second Katyusha barrage. Here comes the rockets straight again down the center into the bunkers, and the support guns does manage to. We still got 7 kills, so not really much.
We need orders.
It's kind of sad, but it does get a bit of a glance on these support weapons. What he might want to do with this Katyusha is move up a little bit closer and try to counter battery these mortar half-tracks. Because the rockets do put a lot of damage on some chassis of the half-track. The American infantry getting behind the bunker and bazookaing it, although they're taking fire from the Fairplanes headquarters. Riflemen trying to defend them from the Grenadiers, who are kind of scattered all over the place. I'm not quite sure what is happening. Everyone's kind of confused. Some kind of artillery strike destroyed the captain, so that saved the bunker, which is still alive somehow. Here comes the Stuart to destroy the bunker. The Raketenwerfer is nowhere to be seen, and the Pak-40 is kind of blocked by the half-track. Although the Stuart is deciding to come in just balls deep, moving very, very close, where the Eagle's there, and he's charging in at the half-track. I'm not quite sure exactly why he's being so incredibly reckless. Also moving in a very damaged rifleman squad. He's already lost one rifleman squad in this meeting. Nice grenade
barrage strikes now available in your sector.
So, that is British base.
The enemy has destroyed an anti-tank gun.
It is still firing there, and it's not doing any damage at all. So yes, it is most definitely the British base artillery. Okay, it does manage to destroy the gun eventually. Some Katyushas firing in. That was very, very unfortunate because it was aimed well, but it did not do that damage. Second attack from the Allies is essential. We also have some artillery strike.
My lord, a tank's been lost.
We do have an artillery strike.
We have been assigned fresh Panzer Grenadiers.
What the hell is that?
Manufacturing capability has been increased.
I honestly do not know what kind of artillery is falling down here, because that's not British base artillery, and that was called down by anyone. Might have been no, it was not on Taiwan targets.
What's next?
I do not know. I just don't know. Was it the Germans? Were they artillery themselves? No, there's no artillery. Whatever. I don't know. So there's still a bit of a bloodbath over the center, although there's a change. The south. What is a support gun doing here? I have no idea. But there is a Fallschirmjäger, and yeah, he is coming down and trying to secure these 7 points for the fatherland, and doing a pretty good job at it. So of course, Fallschirmjägers should take down these conscripts just easily enough. But in the meantime, he's doing that. Shock troops approach, and so I think that's the end of the Fallschirmjägers. they retreat right now, that would be pretty good for them. Grenade does more damage to them than to the shock troops. And now the shock troops will chase him down and hopefully slaughter him like a lamb. And yes, that was to be expected. So there goes the south back under Allied control. Although more Volksgrenadiers approaching. So I guess that means that the Allies will need to pay a little bit more attention to the south than they have been to keep it under their control. But that's good. More British artillery is falling down in the center. Panzer Grenadier spam coming in with the Panzer Treks, trying to just push in and do something. But oh god, British base artillery falling down again. This time on the German infantry, which would not be the easiest target to actually hit. Meantime, the Katyusha is reloading. There's one more on the field. Katyusha does reload and actually mill a Pioneer squad. Nothing. Lots of ordnance being spent on mostly empty ground, but the Allies are slowly but surely with casualties of the German army, which is of course quite good. More Fallschirmjägers coming through on Chef Cook's orders. That, I mean, as much as Fallschirmjägers may be good, they're expensive. Be very careful with how you use Fallschirmjägers. If you spam them, you're gonna run out of manpower. Look at this guy. He's got 370 manpower and 240 fuel. With all the trucks deployed, I would say that he's going for a KT. And especially considering that he is Luftwaffe ground forces, he does not have, you know, Sturmtiger, Jagdtiger, or any of those vehicles or command after you can go for. So I'm guessing that he's doing that. But he's spamming so many Fallschirmjägers that he doesn't have enough manpower for a while. So yeah, that's kind of their view. But they do have their upsides, as you can see. Lots of damage. Still though, Christoph is, well, he's trying to deal with them. Oh, that's, okay. Nothing. So the bundle, grenade, not really having the best of effects. And yeah, like, Christoph is having his attention split between the center and the south, but to be completely honest, like, the south can be reclaimed if he gets, like, a T-34 76. Well, right now he's waiting for the Isu-152, because of course you can see he is at 13 command points. Means that one command point, and that means that 14, you can get that ISU-152 on the field. Great little tool, especially for the center. The HE rounds and really pound.
We have a forward structure under attack.
Tunneling into the central area. And yeah, Katyusha still doing the same thing. Wiping out some AT-1 crews and trying to strip smoke. Get more artillery falling down. That's not British artillery. That's major arty, is it? But it took so long to fall down. The major's already halfway back to base. That is honestly
one of our fighting positions is sustaining fire.
That is the case. So I will not investigate. Ignorance is bliss. Nice grenade. Wiped out one of the Panzer Grenadiers with the Centaurs 20mm, and then the grenade takes care of the other squad. So Gemeine Rüstungswehr not having really good time, and also a mortar half goes down. Centaur tries to push up a little too far though. That's 2 anti-tank guns, and that's the end of the Centaur. So again, you give and you take. But I would say right now that the Allies took a little bit more than they gave in that last engagement. Here also, looks like we got a little bit of Christmas cruise going on.
Enemy still has
These guys are
300
not
points.
shooting each other. Traitors. All traitors will be shot.
Keep the pressure up! Stand ready! We're getting plastered over here!
You know, even though like the whole firing on your own soldiers thing is very much exaggerated in the Company Fears 2 campaign, I wish there was some kind of option.
Enemy has killed a machine gun crew.
Well, all the armies would to shoot their own guys in certain situations, so the others can fight better. Because that's exactly how it works in real life. When your buddies get shot at, not by the enemy, as you get shot at by your boom guys. Anyway, Panther not having the best of days, getting hit by both artillery and assault fire. Now, however, there was also the KT on the field. Cromwell still alive, just kind of being a bit of a cat and mouse player, just popping out, firing, and running away, and trolling the King Tiger with the smoke shell. So yeah, King Tiger right now, kind of an idiot to stand here near the smoke actually, because like that was just random from the Cromwell, but what if it wasn't, and it was just preparing itself for a flame? You know, what if there were like 2 enemy tanks on the ground this side? Also, another stupid idea right now, Chef Cook, is that he's not like supporting his KT with his falcon. You know, the infantry that can kill the AT guns really quickly, the infantry that can hide and scout for enemy anti-tank guns and enemy placements, all of that. 70-pounder on the field, doing a lot of damage to the KT, might have been avoided. You know, Cromwell might have been Panzerfausted, and you know, machine gun might be dead. I don't know.
The enemy is attacking one of our forward
Yet more Panzergrenadiers. Whenever you kill some of these guys, just more spring up like mushrooms. It's actually because Sturmschaft is still. Oh, that was effective. Is that going to be a wipe off 2 Panzergrenadier squad? Yes, it will be. Well done to the Katyusha. The first really impressive Katyusha barrage coming in. Getting 29 kills. That was extremely well done. The only kind of bad thing is that he wasn't able to steal the anti-track. That's kind of sad. There's also the elephant on the field. As you saw earlier, he was in the background.
Emplacement under attack.
That's not the best first placement I've ever seen. Yeah, it is already dead.
An emplacement has been destroyed.
Other than that, I was gonna say, it's not a bad idea. You saw this thing earlier, and right now, the only reason you saw it is because I was looking at some things in the background. This thing is not putting itself in any position to be of any use or any help. Which is, of course, a pretty bad thing, because there's 2 things you can do very, very wrong with your heavy vehicles, okay? Because these things are slow. They're slow. So since they're slow, it takes them forever to get anywhere, you can make 2 mistakes. A, you can put them too far backwards, so they don't do anything, and waste their resources. Or you can put them too far forward without your support. And then they can't escape. Then they die. That's wasted resources. So yeah. Germans will need to be very careful on that. It's not really complicated to use heavy vehicles, but you need to walk a subtle line.
We have lost an MG.
Putting your vehicles in correct position and making one or the other mistake, either too far or too close. Which is really the only difference. Everything else that you need to do is sometimes tell them what to shoot, and sometimes turn on prioritized vehicles for the elephant while you're shooting at the infantry. Although he did manage to get a kill on an infantry unit, which is just absolutely,
Pioneers ready for assignment.
Redonkulous. And, oh crap! Hans just went down. So here comes the French. Is that French gun? I have no idea. 6-pounder. I have no idea what this thing is supposed to be called. It's a 76mm gun, I think. Still though, Cromwell moving in, just getting that machine gun, run away back to Germany. South, we do have shock troops just absolutely massacring a 4 squad of Volksgrenadiers, which did not sign up for this, but they're, hello, so Königsneger's back, and back for revenge, really crushing this MG. So that's good, but, is it going to get to send the KT down south of the map, which has seen the least amount of action this entire game, just to kill some conscripts and an MG? I'm not sure. Isu-152 is on the field for Crystal, finally, 200 fuel to spare, because the first he was spending a lot of manpower replenishing these shock troops. Meat grinder action in the middle, he's losing a lot of infantry. But that's fine, doesn't long as it is for a good cause, and it has been so far for a good cause. The problem of the KT being a little bit too far from support, although he at least has 2 fortune squads and hit river, but this is still a problem. So we come to the Su-85. We come to Su-85, put some rounds into the armor here, and the Panthers trying to move into support. They're getting spotted. Looks like the Allies were just getting happening. Dealing with that easily enough. Still, though, despite the fact that they can clear of these support weapons, 17-pounders just really pounding from the armor of these weapons. It is so damn effective at just doing damage. As you can see, it is trying to attack round to kill the last Panther. And less HP, not the biggest effective ever. Still, though, lots of damage on the Panthers. And because, you know, KT alone can't really do too much with units that outrange him, and thus put him in a very awkward position, he has to run away. Poor guy.
Fall back! Fall back now!
Bit of a lull in the action. Actually, let's pause and see what these players are up to. So KT, Fallschirmjägers, Panther coming out, spending his resources, good. Gemeiner Wüstenbär, well, I mean, Elephant and 222 with the recon scope, the map hacks. As you can see, let's turn this thing off. Wait, what? Okay, okay. I mean, did they nerf it? No, that's because he's not Vet 2. Okay. I mean, as you can see, it's still a pretty big, like, cone of sight. But that is not the Pioneer seeing this far. That is the 222. You know, if it was Vet 2, it would see all the way to here, which would be, of course, a little bit more effective. He's also going for a Brumbear. So, that's not a bad idea, because he needs extra help against the infantry. Sturmschaft, 2 Panthers, 2 Panzergrenadiers, and, well, Spearhead, so he could go for Tiger later. Still, though, the problem with these Germans is just the infantry battle has not been going their way. They're getting artillery, their infantry is dying, they're not rebuilding the units, they don't have veterancy. It's just not good for them. It's just not good for them. In terms of the allies, we do have the Monsieur Patat has 3 riflemen and a machine gun. And he's got 2 priests to help soften the defenses. Jackson, and he's going for another Jackson, so very good on him. Although, the only problem is that he's really floating a lot. In terms of the Brits, these Bofors emplacements have been costing him quite a lot. 17-pounder placed in a good position has been helping to clear the center of enemy armor, so that's good. And to help that further, he's gone out a Sherman Firefly, which is, in my opinion, a pretty good choice. Again, the problem with him, infantry. Get some infantry and use it. Not really using his doctrine at all. Infiltration commandos, I believe he had 1 unit at some point. I saw it coming in, but he lost it. 10% efficiency. Damn. That means that he killed 37 manpower worth of something. Wow. That is... yeah, that is pretty bad. That is pretty bad. And then Christoph, of course, heavy tank destroyer. Su-85, Katyusha, up to Vet 2, very good. He's also firing, and some infantry, so that's pretty good. Best. In terms of the whole like map control, we do have that the Axis have been pushing back a little bit against the Allies in terms of especially the VP game. So we have that the Axis are pretty much equal to the Allies when it comes to the VPs, but you know, this might change soon because again the Allies have more infantry, so it's likely to change. Air support. Sorry, not close air support. Stupid diving strike from Gemeiner Wüstenbärs, elite armored. Sorry, not elite armored. Jäger armored. Big artillery.
We can see them before they see us. ready for orders.
Yeah, more 25-pounder fire. Although the German kind of death ball defense over here is shrinking every time I see it. Oh no, this could be dangerous. That is a lot of Grenadiere. He's so close to death. The Katyusha just... No, okay. That was not a counter battery on the Katyusha by the Panzerwerfer. I thought that that was a counter battery attack, but it was not to be. Of course, right now, as you can see, the 222 is providing some support to the Elephant, which is trying to help Bloomberg as well, but it's not the best job did it. Here comes some kind of artillery. It's an L2 precision bombing strike, actually. Along with that was amazing to see, and it was very incredibly lucky, I must say, that the guys just lined up perfectly. So the artillery taking down the half track, and then the anti-tank gun, the 222, and the Brumberg just lining up perfectly for that bombing strike. And you know, Flight Commander Suvorov over here is gonna get a medal here of the Sokolani covering for that. He's the order of medal. Hey, at least the German infantry is doing well. It's under once. Jacksons are trying to help. It's not going that well.
A medium tank was just
Elephant doing very well against the Jacksons. That is exactly what the Elephant is supposed to do. Kill enemy tank destroyers and kill them very thoroughly. Though the South is not looking that good for the Nazis right now. By the way, someone was mad like, oh, they're Nazis or whatever. Okay, one, the OKW has both SS and Wehrmacht people in it. Two, the Wehrmacht has both SS and Wehrmacht in it. Look at like uniforms and everything and such. Free, fuck you. Like, I talk about like, you know, the glorious mother Russia all the time, and the American freedom prize burgers. I don't make the fun of the British that much, I guess, but that's because the British are the most boring faction when it comes to design. I feel like
The enemy are attacking in emplacement.
and by design, I mean like, I don't know, sorry for going off on a rant. This isn't exactly like pertinent to the replay cast, but like, I don't know. I feel like the British are the ones with the least personality in Company Heroes 2, because they try to kind of exaggerate, in my opinion, some of the things that like are supposed to make the British, like ridiculous accents, you know, T, blah 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 blah. The guy sounding like an aristocrat, the announcer. But I kind of prefer the British from Company of Heroes 1 in that regard. I feel like they were made a heck of a lot better because A, their like whole, I don't know, their whole like voice acting and sound design was not as ridiculously over-exaggerated.
Ready to move out.
Like, it's fine to exaggerate something for comedic effect, like bloody Soviets, you know? But in the case of the Brits, it's kind of like, I don't know, they've done it in a way that is kind of obnoxious to me. So, I don't know what it is, really, because if you think about it, the Soviets are also very much over the top, but I don't know. I guess in a way it's also because the Western Front's armies in KOTOR are like clearly designed to be a little bit more, like they're designed more quote-unquote seriously and less, you know, comedy. And I'm not talking about like high gameplay, basically with the units. I'm just talking about like visuals and oh boy, you gonna die? I'm talking about visuals, sound, you know, cosmetics and cosmetics feel, and just, you know, non-gameplay elements. Voice lines, all that nice. Yeah, I feel like the British are just not made it because they tried to make like them in a way very, very serious, and then also work in the jokes. So I guess that's why. It's like the Soviets and the Wehrmacht, they did put the some serious things in there, but very, very, very lighthearted. But with the Western Front's armies, there isn't that much humor in it. But then with the British, they tried to put them back into it while keeping everything serious. Nice bombing strike again, takes out the Panther. Right now, again, this was a very, very well executed push. Well, it was a well executed push by the Nazis. Moving in with 3 Panthers on all sides of the Su-152. It's pretty much the only way you're going to kill it. Rockets missing everything. Pretty much the only way you're going to kill this thing. But decided to focus on the Su-85 and then stand still, which is like, if you want to kill the Su-85 because it's, you know, kind of squishier, you can do it in a drive-by fashion, you know? Keep moving so that nothing else can hit you, but it wasn't done. And looks like they're gonna try to have the cake and eat it too, but they're gonna discover that that's not really how life works, because, you know, they lost all 3 Panthers, and now the King Tiger's in big shit as well, because, oh, crap. I don't think that Faust is going to be enough. No, it isn't enough. Here comes the smoke, actually repairing the Sherman Firefly enough so that he can survive that shot. In the meantime, the Jackson is just putting round after round into the behind of the KT. The KT does manage to kill the little Firefly though, so that's good. But the Fausts have not been enough. Here comes the second Faust. This time it will be enough to damage the engine, and he does bounce the shell, so that's actually very unfortunate. Another hit, and the Jackson will be dead, but that's the same for the KT, and the Jackson reloads faster. Well done. Okay, and that will actually keep the Su-152 alive. It will keep the Jackson alive, although maybe for not too long, as they're kind of carting off into the sunset, trying to get it and get in and kill the Jackson. But no, he runs away. No! Heinz! Friedrich! What the fuck are you doing? You idiots.
We lost an anti-tank gun.
Or Doomkopfen. That is absolutely retarded. Anyway, yeah, they're gonna get kind of, yeah, they're gonna get drilled by the commander for that. So that would have been enough for him. Opportunity. Wow, can't time it. An opportunity to kill a nice veteran Jackson, but hey, that's not happening. So the Germans losing 3 Panthers and a KT, and the Freedom Fighters losing, I believe, an Su-85. We are fucked. We died. Oh, that's fine. Also, oh no, oh no, that is not a good neighborhood, my friend. I just looked there, it's like, you know, kind of like freeze frame. I bet you're wondering how I put myself in this situation. Anyway, looks like the Sherman Firefly will die as well. These Shreks coming in from the south. That's good. But the Nazis lost a little bit too much. So like, yeah, Gemeiner is trying to get himself something else, but ow. So he kept his elephant close while it was very, very low on HP. Not the best idea. But then there's Cromwell's. Here comes Overeat's finest. You know, rule Britannia, Britannia rules the waves. Destroying the poor Panzer, sorry, not the Panzer, not confused with the actual Panzer. Destroying the poor Panzer, which also, I just love it. Whenever things are out of control in Company of Heroes, it's just the most hilarious thing, because it's like, you know, here comes a big, like, armored vehicle or whatever. You know, the Panzerwerfer, not the most armor, but, you know, a big, heavy, like, several-ton military vehicle, okay? He is whatever out of control means in Company of Heroes terms. He just turns into, like, an VBID and, VBIED, and just explodes whenever he hits, like, anything. So it's like, oh no, I am big 70-ton, you know, Panther tank, or was it 70 ton? I think the Panther is 70 tons, or maybe it's 50 tons. I think it's 50. Big 50-ton Panther tank, you know, fucking 1-ton AT gun. I'm, by the way, making the measurements up. 1-ton AT gun stands in front of me. I do not crush it, I explode. It's just lovely. Or, you know, little, like, lamppost, you know, telegraph post, instead of just toppling it over, like any normal tank would. Just, yeah. And, oh no, this is when you know it's all over. can't see me right now, but I'm holding my head and face palming at the same time. This is when you know it's all over. When your base gets artillery, it's like, yes, my friend. Yes, here comes the artillery. It's kind of like, it's like the North Koreans have attacked and they're shelling Seoul.
We lost a gun crew.
Oh, well, that's when you know it's all over. Here comes, oh no, more fireworks. So both rockets and that was a land mattress,
Yes, comrade.
phosphorus shell.
They have 100 points remaining.
Did absolutely nothing. You know, phosphorus would be a little bit more useful if it was like useful. You know, if it could burn things and kill them,
Reports
it would
coming
be
in
useful.
suggest the
If it
enemy
could
is
do
down to
damage to
75
buildings, it would
points.
be useful. But it can't do any of those things. So it will remain forever worthless. Yeah, Nazis trying to push,
German
but
Firefly complete.
they're doing a bit of a Kaiserschlacht over here, and it's not working. Bit of a battle of the bulge.
Report in. The enemy only have 50 points left.
Oh, why me? The enemy only have 50 points left. So, of course, you can see that there's 230 for the Allies and 40 left for the Germans. So, yeah, well, it's gonna be GG. I would say that the Germans' main problem is how they use their heavy tanks.
Anti-aircraft tank ready and waiting.
With not a small part also being played by how they derped with their infantry. So they did have a couple of chances of really like making sure that the Allies were hurt for their choices. Mainly that the Allies did not go for any medium armor of their own, except for the Brit guy that got like a bloody Cromwell, which is like, yeah, sure, not bad, but it's a Cromwell. Like, what is it gonna do when the Panthers show up? You know, what you gonna do when they come for you, bad boys, etc. But it was unfortunately not to be because the Nazis kind of wasted their advantages over the Allies, but not really using them at all. So they did not make use of the mobility of their vehicles ever, except for that one push where they tried to kill the Su-152 and the Su-85, and even then they did it kind of half-heartedly. So they kind of pushed in very aggressively, which was good. They got the surround, they used the mobility to make sure that the fixed gun tank destroyers couldn't do shit, but then they stopped. Fucking stopped, and they allowed the Allies to get reinforcements in. Instead of, you know, doing the drive-by and trying to just kill the Su-85 and go away, or at least focus fire down the Su-152 first and accept some losses in the process, they tried to do a bit of both, and then that did not work. All the rest of the game, what they did with their Panthers, instead of trying to, like, for example, get around this part of the map, you know, flanking around, getting to the artillery, the priests, the Katyusha, and killing it, and getting behind the arc of fire of the AT gun, which takes forever to turn, maybe trying to snipe the Sherman Firefly, you know, doing these things, they just kept coming into the bloody sights of the Allied tanks and tank destroyers in the center, and the anti-tank guns as well, without really changing up their angles of attack. So that just made it very predictable for the Allies, and they really easily just stomped them into the dust. And it did not matter, of course, that the Allies did not get like Shermans and T-34s because, well, like, or Comets, because, like, well, like, what the hell do you need a Comet if you're just gonna sit by and let the enemy come to you, and they're gonna be stupid enough to come exactly where they, you know, don't need to come, like where you want them to come in. I don't know, whatever. So I want to thank you all for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you soon, and have a good day.